Yeah, I mean, obviously, disappointing to lose a series at home, but I think we're in a unique spot, a spot we've been before. I think just in terms of how we've played the last 3 weeks, it's kind of feels like we're up against the ropes, backs are against the wall, and it's a good spot to be in, because there's only one thing to do when you're backed up, and that's the fight. And so I think this is going to be an awesome week for Clemson baseball. We are going to be swinging and look to absolutely have an awesome week of training, and then take our deal on the road and be ready to let all this frustration out, because I again, you've heard me say this before, but I 100% believe this team is going on a run. It's going to be explosive. It's going to be epic. And the only way it's going to happen is to know what it feels like on the other side. And we felt this side of it the last 3 weeks, and this feeling sucks. And it's freaking on, and it's backs against the wall, and let's freaking go. It's go time. And it's going to be awesome to watch.
Question for Kenny?
Do you think this team's kind of lost its identity just a little bit?
I think when you're fighting it and you're losing games, it's easy to focus on the negatives, and it's easy to be negative. That's kind of everybody's default. But the identity of this team is going to be revealed in how we respond to this adversity. And the identity of this team is to be determined, and it's all about what happens next. And that is what I mean when it's going to be explosive and it's going to be epic. Because we've got great kids there about all the right things. They do all the right things off the field, in the classroom, training, everywhere. So if this is going to be part of our story, then our identity is about to show itself, who we really are, responding from this crappy 3 weeks, and now our backs are up against it, and let's go.
You mentioned frustration. Is that how the locker room feels after this kind of rough stretch you guys have been going through?
Is that what?
Is that kind of how the locker room feels? You mentioned frustration.
How the what feels?
The locker room.
The locker room?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about highly competitive athletes that train to be successful. I mean, it's a program built on 128 years of success. So they know they're frustrated, not because the last 3 weeks, but they're representing a lot more people than just themselves. So this program means a lot to a lot of people, and so they feel it. They do not want to lose in anything.
What's the update with Garris? Will he be back next week with Pittsburgh, or is he still day-to-day?
I hope so. Yeah, I mean, he's a big part of the bullpen. It'll all depend on how he progresses throughout the week. But he was better today than he was yesterday, and he was better yesterday than he was when he hurt it. So it'll just all depend on how he feels and how fast he can progress.
Selection Monday is a few weeks away. Is there any concern for you guys to potentially not being the national seed after kind of rough stretch you guys have in your
Potential to not be a what?
A national seed.
A national seed?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. No, I think that what I mean, our backs are against the wall. If we want to be playing baseball at home, then yeah, we need to. Let's go. It's go time. But seeding, I don't know about that. That'll probably all depend on what happens this weekend and what happens in the ACC tournament and what everyone else does. But when I mean back against the wall, I mean it's time to come out swinging explosively, playing to our capability. But yeah, national seed, is it off the table? I don't know. All I care about is how we play. Don't care who we play, only care how we play. But to even think about national seed or hosting or even the ACC tournament. It's too far away because right now we just got to play better. You know, you can see it on the field. It's just too inconsistent. You know, we give up too many big innings with too many non-quality at bats. It's just too inconsistent. The defense is consistent, but the pitching and the hitting, that is about to take off in a way that is going to be fun to be a part of, because we're going to start clicking on all cylinders here in a second.
And still, do you think that they're still pressing and trying too hard at times? What do you think?
Yeah, they care an awful lot, and you know, sometimes you need to just hit a point where you just get to that screw it mentality and don't say the word screw, and then it's just when you feel like you're back up against the wall and there's only one thing to do but fight and fight your way out of the corner. It's actually a really good place to be, because it takes all the complexity out of it. You just solve your problems with aggression, and you just attack. And we got to get back on the attack. And there's too much. What I see is too much, guys. It's hard to compete against the opponent when you're competing against yourself. And it's just, guys, this team cares so much that sometimes you get the pressing from not just being tight because the coaches are tighter, that you know everyone's tight, but it's just when you got really good kids who work extremely hard and have high standards and high expectations, and then it doesn't go well. It's you get into that over try mode, and so we're probably been experiencing that for a few weeks now. But now they can take a deep breath and loosen up, knowing that, you know, we've just lost 3 series in a row, and it's on now. Like, now we're up against it. To do the things we still want to do with this season, we've got to play better, and there's only one way to do that, and we've just got to attack it and be super aggressive.
Just how do you get back to doing that? I mean, I know you talk about sometimes like banana balls, playing free and loose and all that. Like how in the midst of all this do you?
I think you go one by one. You go with each guy one by one and talk about, you know, their strengths and how to maintain them, and you know, maybe one thing they're working on and just simplify it down to one thing and that plan of action, and then really just hammer in on everybody's mindset and what type of, you know, what they're bringing from an intangible standpoint. And you do that with every single guy on the team. And so I think there'll be some, you know, guys really, you know, figuring some things out themselves and having a more simple plan individually, and then with the team, you know, when we're at our best when we play very, very hard, compete very, very hard pitch to pitch, and you visibly see us having fun on the field. A lot of smiles, a lot of talk. You can audibly hear them on defense. And then our dugout is just explosive. It erupts all the time because there's a lot to be excited about. So it's just, you know, as a team, that's where we want to get to. Individually, we got to get super specific on what each guy is going to do.
I guess when they hit those, that two, I guess it was 2-run, 3-run homer, and then the other homer right after that. What did you see in the dugout, the demeanor of the guys in that moment?
I mean, the 3-run homer was, you know, that was guy smashed it. Yeah, I saw a team that, you know, it's just like they were, I don't know if pissed is the word or disappointed was the word. It's just they weren't happy, and so the talk is right. Like, they're saying the right thing, but we're at the point now where it's talking about it is one thing and doing it is another. So I think the talking part is simplifying an approach, simplifying a plan, getting it to 1 or 2 things. This is what you're going to do and how you're going to do it, and then the players go do it. And you know, Anytime you're struggling, anytime you slump, anytime you hit a rough patch, simplifying is always a good strategy to help people just know this is what I'm focused on, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm bringing to the table this weekend.
Anything else for Coach? All right, thank you, Coach.